destination. We are truly grateful for their continual support. In this process, we initiated all-party parliamentary group, APPG. BCA is not only mentoring curry industry, but also protecting the business by acting on the following issues.
Okay. I think that's the end of it. Guys, can you put your hands together for a revolutionary documentary? Wow, I mean, I just got to know the business, the economics, the history, well, I should say currynomics behind BCA. That was simply amazing, mind-blowing. Okay, so now I'll be calling upon the driving force of the event, the main man who's put this show together and got all of us here. May I call upon Mr. M.A. Munim, the President. Before he comes here, I'll be saying a few words about him. Mr. Munim is socially active in his local community, playing a leading role in establishing a masjid in Crayford, and is currently serving as Secretary of the Northwest Kent Muslim Association. He's also the founder chairman of Bangla Supplementary School in Greenwich and the Greenwich Welfare Association. Currently, he's an advisor at Bangladesh Center and involved in many other organizations. So, you know, I've got strong ties with Greenwich, and because I've been living there for many years. So I would love Mr. Munim to share his experience and part of how his experience is being part of this event and part of this great association. Mr. Munim, the mic is yours.
Thank you. Thank you for your lovely introduction. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. May I request you all, please take your seat and please be quiet. As always, it gives me immense pleasure to be in your company, and I welcome you here tonight to share our joys as we show our appreciation and gratitude to all our sponsors and supporters. But I want to start by paying a tribute to the BCA pioneers, the founders of this great organization, for leaving us such a wonderful platform which is now in its 60th year. And I thank our former presidents, Mr. Fazlur Rashid MBE, Mr. Pasha Khabtakhar MBE, and Mr. MM Kamal Yaqub for taking this platform further and for making BCA into what it is now. Thank you, Fazlubhai and Pashabhai Kamal Yaqub and all the BCA leaders. All our media friends and representatives, thank you for your continued support and addressing the issues that affect our much loved industry, the very industry that almost every British Bangladeshi family is directly or indirectly connected. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of our sponsors. Firstly, Pillar Box, our sponsor for tonight's event. Thank you, Steve Langgreen, Andrew Morgan, and Tony Towards. Thank you for your kind support. We truly appreciate it, and we'll definitely work together for the benefit of both parties. My heartfelt thanks also goes to Samson Suhel of Cobra Beer, Damon Sobik of Kingfisher, David and John of Square Miles Insurance, Sanjay Anand FB of Madhus, M.A. Munim Salik of Chef Online, Indra of Kansara, Super Polo, Gandhi Oriental Food, Gyro Food, Loloids, Breakfast Club, Petef, Shapla City Limited, Aroma Ice Cream, and last but not least, our Bulbul Islam and Farjana Nila of Raduni Spice. Without your moral and financial support, it could not be possible for us to carry on with all the different kinds of activities and events that we do throughout the year for the benefit of our industry. Thank you once again. We are truly indebted and anticipate our relationship growing stronger at all levels. Finally, I must thank all the advertisers for participating in our yearly magazine. Thank you, and please continue with your support. One last thing. It would be an injustice not to express my gratitude and joy in seeing our beautiful BCA ladies present here tonight. I truly appreciate you are taking time from your busy schedule to join us. Thank you and have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Munim, for the very inspirational speech. Okay, now, may I call upon someone who's actually brought me to this show. I've spoken with him over the phone, and he's guided me the way here when I got lost in the roundabout when I was on my Uber, and he was just really helpful. So I didn't see his face, but I was like, who's this guy? He's like so nice. And then I got to meet him. He is none other than the Secretary General, Meetu Chaudhary. Meetu Chaudhary.
Thank you for your lovely introduction.
My pleasure.
Mr. President, former presidents, Secretary General, former honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. A warm welcome to all our sponsors, as well as those of you who are considering sponsorship. It's a great pleasure for me to see you all here this evening, as over the years, we have become good friends as well as business associates. Sponsorship is a two-way street, and I'm proud that the BCA represents a strong foundation on which our colleagues can increase their business opportunities, whilst at the same time helping us to promote our organization. As I look around tonight, I see many of you have been with us for a long time, and that itself proves how successful our relationship have been. Over the years, I've had a close links with the organization of the Restaurant of the Year, the Chef of the Year events, as well as our annual awards dinner. And I know that without your help and support, these events would not have been possible, let alone be as successful as they actually were. So, my personal thanks to you all for your help and support, and I look forward to many more years of working successfully with you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mr. Meetu Chaudhary. We also look forward to working with you, and I'd like to say without your support, this wouldn't have been possible. Okay, so the next person we have is the Chief Treasurer, and his name is People. I've been in touch with him as well, and today I'll be having him next to me say a few words about himself and his experience in the catering industry. And he's a renowned businessman and has been actively involved in this industry for over 30 years. He's also involved in other organizations and a keen servant to the needy. Mr. Bipul and his family have sought to contribute towards the development of his homeland and help to establish various institutions back home and support social welfare institutions, providing various forms of assistance to the poor and needy in Bangladesh. I mean, that's some great social work going on, Mr. Bipul, and we would love to hear from you. So can we please have you here? Mike is all yours.
Thank you, Proma. With the greatest respect, I would like to convey my gratitude to our forefather who established the great British car industry as well as Bangladesh Theatre Association with their hard work and dedication. Distinguished guests, friends, colleagues, sponsors and the media fans, good evening and Assalamu alaikum. Thank you very much for coming tonight to show your appreciation to our sponsors. I can see so many of you travel from various parts of the country, some of you from Manchester, Portsmouth, all the from Norwich, Surrey, Norwich, I did mention Norwich, of course from London and Essex, and some of you in the corner from Oxford. Thank you all very much again. As you all know that, BCA is the organization, not only that, we call it as a family, and tonight is the fruit. And we do prove on many other occasions. Sponsor is the main strength. As you know, we do organize events like, we do a workshop, we organize training facilities, we do seminar. There's a huge financial requirement to do all this. Without sponsor support, it would be impossible to make it happen. So thank you all the sponsors. And what we do in return, we promote your business, we promote your product among our members and others. Dear NEC leaders, regional leaders, and my media friends, please do support our sponsors in any way you can. I'm truly happy with all our sponsors for your generous support towards BCA, towards our industry. And I'm grateful to work with you all and looking forward to work with you many more years to come. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Allah Hafiz.
We've got a few more eminent people, and that is the ex-president, Mr. M.M. Kamal Yaqub. Can we please have you here?
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us, sir. How are you doing?
Not so bad. Mr. President, my BCA colleagues, all guests, sponsors, our advertisers, our media friends, Assalamu alaikum. I haven't been very well recently, so I won't be long at all. We all know tonight is the night to show our appreciation towards our sponsors and, of course, other supporters. Our sponsors are an integral part of BCA. BCA, they not only help us, the sponsors not only help us morally, financially, and physically. They're always there by our side, because without their help, we won't be able to do the events or seminars or whatever we do throughout the year at all. So thank you very much. This is our humble way of showing our appreciation towards you. Many of you have been with us for a very long time indeed. And we consider you as our family members. And of course, some have been for shorter times, and we also hope that they will be with us for many more years to come. Now, I want to end by saying I'll be hoping that this relationship goes on from strength to strength, and we'll be there to show our appreciation all the time. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Ex-President. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much for your contribution and hard work over all these years. Okay, now can we have the former presidents, Mr. Pasha Kandakar, MBE. Good evening, Mr. Pasha.
Good evening. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to giving me the opportunity to see you all faces again. All lovely faces, known faces. I'm dying to see you for a long time, to be honest. Didn't get a chance to see you very often nowadays. First of all, I thanks BCA President, Secretary, Treasurer, and the NSC to give me opportunity to stand here and arrange this event. Today's event, BCA sponsors Appreciation Dinner. Showing our appreciation to the sponsor, we only not doing and showing our appreciations, we are working together with our sponsor for more than decades, more than few decades. Sponsor our lifeline, we work together, stand shoulder to shoulder, good at that time. Why I'm saying good at that time? During my 10 years leadership in BCA, we had a tremendous good time and very bad time as well. I remember the day we need over £100,000 for a legal cost, and I haven't had any money in the account. Within 3 days, I don't want to mention the sponsor's name, but I love to do it. 2 sponsors secured us £80,000. And it was a debt was like this. We sit on a table, ask me, how much do you want? And that is our sponsors. And I see them for more than few decades with us. We are so grateful to you. We are so grateful for your support to this industry. We are so grateful to support for this British Bangladeshi community. The British Bangladeshi community has got one beautiful pride, it's the British car industry. And that car industry having a very bad challenge. And you, the guys who is supporting us to face the challenge, we are so grateful to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pasha Kandakar. Now, can we have another former president? And okay, before that, I must say I was totally touched and moved by your highly motivational story. Thank you so much. I could feel it. Okay, now, calling the former president, Mr. Bajrul Rashid, MBE. Hello, sir.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. President of BCA, Secretary General, Chief Treasurer, National Executive Council, sponsors, supporters, medias, and our guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Firstly, I like to thank BCA for organizing appreciation dinner for all our sponsors and supporters. This is amazing. Our BCA team is doing an amazing job, and as a former president, and we are very, very happy and congratulate you. Pasha Bhai mentioned that our time, when I was president and Pasha Bhai was Secretary General, we had a very difficult time, and same time, there's a lot of sponsors they are sponsoring now, they started sponsoring from those days, and they're still with BCA. So actually the BCA's partnership working very well. And I like to congratulate all our sponsors because you are working with BCA and the community. And same time we like to help you because this is not a one-way traffic. You help us and we like to help you and we are helping you and we'll help you more. We'll make sure that whatever the sponsorship you are doing, you get proper benefit in the future as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the time for all the sponsors to speak tonight. See what are they saying, because we like to hear them, and accordingly we like to work together for future partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Former President, Mr. Bajlur Rashid MBE. Now I'd like to call upon a very gorgeous and successful woman sitting right there, no prizes for guessing. It's the CEO of NTV Europe, Sabrina Hussain. Hello, Sabrina. I must say you look absolutely stunning tonight.
Thank you very much, and you look very beautiful as well.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone. I feel so powerful and confident when I'm here with my BCA family. It makes me feel that I have been part of this family for a decade. Don't guess my age. Yeah, kinda. BCA represents Bangladesh. BCA represents Britain. To those two nations' highest level of good work. I am proud to be a British Bangladeshi, and every single member of the BCA family are as well. For their success, I give the credit to all the wonderful leaders that I can see in front of me. On table number I cannot see for the Secretary General, table number 3. Those leaders are not just leading the organization, they're leading this British Bangladeshi community. People like me have learned a lot from the leaders of BCA. It is no longer just an organization anymore. Like the treasurer, the chief treasurer said, they train, so it has become an institute. Hats off to every member of British Caterers Association. I try and attend all their events, and I'm absolutely amazed and absolutely proud to be associating with this prestigious organization. Sponsors, trust me, you will never, ever be disappointed. Keep on supporting them. NTV will always support every good cause that they have in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sabrina, and we are also very proud to have you as part of this association. Okay, so now who do we have next? We have SM Jakaria, the Commercial Councillor, Bangladesh High Commission. Can we have you here?
Honorable President, Bangladesh Caterer Association, Secretary General Metu Chaudhary, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good evening. I never miss an opportunity to join any event organized by BCA because it's a great opportunity for meeting friends and making new friends. So thank you very much, BCA, for inviting, and I think it's a great initiative by BCA that today they are going to recognize sponsors and supporters who are with them for years and supporting them to continue with the huge tasks given upon them by the Kari community. And I think this recognition will inspire them to continue their partnership and also encourage others to join in partnership with BCA. So as it's a celebration night, dinner, so I will not go to the other domain, the domain of career problems or challenges. Just I want to say that we are now in the post-Brexit era, and you have seen the new immigration statement. So I believe that this is time for BCA to redefine their role to meet the new opportunities and to cope up with the challenges. So I believe the new committee is prepared for that, and High Commission was always with BCA only in previous days, and will continue to be in partnership with BCA in the coming days. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jakaria Haq, and we also hope that you stay and remain in partnership with BCA. Okay, now I'm going to call upon Ivan Vizur, and he's going to hold a presentation by for tonight's main sponsor, which is none other than the Pillar Box. Ivan, can we have you here, please? Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. What a fantastic evening. I'm a Manchester City fan, so I'm not used to this big a crowd. So I know that's a bad start. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute pleasure to be here to talk to you tonight. And on behalf of Pillarbox Financial Services, it's an absolute honour and a privilege to be presenting to you on this very distinguished and prestigious night for you guys. So thank you very much for allowing us to come tonight. I'm just going to see if my pointer works. Yes, it does. My name's Ivan Visor, or Ivan, either way. I work in the specialist side of Pillarbox, and tonight we were lucky to have our managing director. I didn't actually realise when I was putting this together, we've also got the chairman, Tony Trowers, over there, and also Andy Morgan, who is our senior BDM. So the Pillarbox guys are on the table, number one. Very, very friendly guys. Please have a chat to them later, guys. They're here to talk to you all. We've got the big guy there is Steph, and he's... So yes, stand up guys. That's Steph, the managing director. He also doubles up as a doorman in case any of you guys get out of hand later. So that's where we're at, okay. Okay guys, so I'm going to whip through the presentation. It's probably going to whip through a bit quicker than what I anticipated. But all I want to do tonight, we just want to wet the lips about what Pillarbox can bring to you guys. And then hopefully it will lead you guys to interact with us more as time goes on. We've already done some fantastic business with you guys, and we hope it continues. So we are specialist finance brokers. What makes us specialists is that we do mortgages on the high street, we do finance on the high street, the banks and the mainstream lenders, but we also do the more specialist stuff, which you'll get a bit more weight on in just a second. We've been around for over 20 years in the property finance game. There's a few of us old guys now in the industry, but all of our experience comes together and hopefully is a benefit to you guys. We've got 3 offices. Our main one is in Westminster because we've got a lot of London contacts and a lot of South East contacts, but we've also got 2 up in the West Midlands around Stoke. This is what we do. We're very multi-layered. As your restaurateurs, I'll take an analogy of an onion. So we're very multi-layered in what we do. And also, as with an onion, you need the big bits on the outside as well as the little bits in the middle. So whether you're a one-man person looking for one bit of finance, or you need multiple amounts of finance, then we're here for you guys. We do residential mortgages. We do second charge or secured loans, which I'll explain if you're not quite sure what that is in just a second. We do a lot of bridging finance, which any of you guys that have tried, who have actually wanted to update your restaurants, purchase properties, convert them into restaurants, then you may well have used bridging finance, as with commercial mortgages and development finance. And we also do a lot of investment properties. So we do buy-to-let, i.e. buy a property to rent it out. And we do HMOs, which is where you buy a property, maybe 10 rooms, and you want to rent it out to students. That would be a house of multiple occupancy. And also we do portfolio lending. So whether you've got 3 properties or 300 properties, we can either find finance for you or refinance for you. We also do business startups. So I'm just talking to you really about the property stuff tonight, but we also do business startups. So for any of you guys that have been limited company for less than 2 years, we've got a government-backed scheme where we can get up to 25,000 for you. That may well be worth having a chat to us if you're in that that area. This year, guys, really for us, this is our year so far. We have had a fantastic start to the year in the property game. I won't go through it all, but there's a couple of things there. House prices have gone up 4.1% in January 20 from 2019. Normally that's around 2.3, 2.5%. So the jump we've had this year in the housing industry is absolutely fantastic. Properties for sale saw a 19% jump in January as well. The market's starting to move. So forget our political preferences, but the market likes stability. And now we've got a government in for 5 years, potentially 10 years. That investors creates confidence in them. And once you guys start investing, the consumer gets confident. So we've got a really, really good year ahead. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the specialist complex side of things, what we actually come across. So obviously you can go into a bank and get your mortgage, and if the bank says yes. But it's when the banks say no that we probably fit even more. Whether that's residential or whether that's commercial as well, if the bank's saying no to you, then please do give us a shout, because we've got many, many specialist lenders around that we can actually help you out with. The incomes and employment there, that's probably one of the biggest areas we've come across nowadays, because as you probably know, we have to deal with so many different types of employment and income sources. So maybe it's directors and the different way they do their dividends, maybe it's somebody on a contractor, a 0 hours contractor, part-timers, all sorts of things. Even shift work. My own wife's a nurse in a hospital in Cheltenham where I live, and she does a few days for the NHS. She may then do some agency work, and she may do some bank shifts. I like to keep her busy. It enables me to work less. But that's 3 different types of income that we have to take into account when we're finding a mortgage. And I'm sure you guys have come across various different types of income that you have to use to enable you to get finance. So that's areas where the banks say no, our lenders we can certainly find. Credit history, it's time immemorial. There's very little we will lose based on credit history. So regardless, we use a lot of non-scoring lenders, so they don't actually do a credit score. So even if you've got a little bit of adverse, a lot of adverse, give us a shout. We can still help you out. We've got many areas we can help you out. Age, lending into retirement now is a big thing. We used to be able to get a mortgage up to age 65. Now we can get them to 70 and 80 and onwards. So that's also another area of specialists that we deal in. Life events, births, divorces, deaths, unfortunately, they create a specialist need for finance. And property investors, I'm sure there are a few of you here tonight. Property investors, the buy-to-let stuff as I mentioned earlier, but also again, whether you're buying commercial properties, for a restaurant business, etc., then we've got many specialist lenders who deal with that. I'm going to slip past that one. I'm going to go through a few things, what they actually mean. Secured loan, a second charge is a secured loan. So if you've got a commercial mortgage or residential mortgage, and you need to raise finance, but your existing lender won't allow you to put any more finance on with them, then we have a panel of lenders you can come to where we can actually raise extra finance for you. That's what a secured loan second charge is. Bridging finance. I'm sure you've used bridging finance in the past, guys. There's many reasons. I will use that as a backdrop. I'm not going to even look at it. But the bridging finance in itself is short-term funding. It may be just to enable you to buy a property which a lender won't lend on because it hasn't got a kitchen or it's not habitable. You can use bridging finance to buy the property, make it habitable. It's a short-term loan, and at the end of that loan, we would then put a normal mortgage on it, or you'd sell the property and repay the bridging loan. So that's the sort of thing we do with bridging. There's many areas of bridging we can actually use. Commercial mortgage is the same. You can go to your banks. You go to Barclays, NatWest. We will always try and go to the banks for you. But the reality is the banks will lend you up to about 55-60%. Whereas if you need more than 55-60%, then on a standard mortgage we can get 75. If everything else fits, we can get up to 80% on commercial mortgages. And finally, development finance. So development is sort of bigger things where you're purchasing big buildings. It could be complexes, it could be multi-story buildings, it could be land that you want to develop. But if you come across it, give us a shout again. The High Street will lend you an amount. We'll always be able to lend you a bit more, but it's not just the amount we'll lend you, it's those specialist areas we talked about earlier. The incomes, the ages, the property types, then we'll be able to help you out a bit more on that. And that pretty much is it, guys, really, for me. We are really hoping that tonight we're here to just wet your lips, but Pillar Box, really what we want to do tonight, we want this to be the start of a really good, trusted and long relationship. We've got expertise in many areas, and we really hope that come out and chat with us, take a card, and thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of the night, and hopefully we'll see you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much again. Those were some really useful information right there, and some great deals. I'm sure you guys will check it out. I mean, if I'm about to invest in a property, my next property, or a restaurant, any kind of business, I'm definitely getting in touch with you guys. Thank you. So now, what do we have? So we are going to call a very reputable person right now. That is Aftab Bhatti, Regional Director of Cobra. And along with him, we've got Mr. Jamaluddin Mokaddos, Senior Vice President, and Mr. Enamul Haq Chaudhry, Senior Vice President from BCA. Can we have three of you here with us, please? Hello, everyone. Can I have your attention? Can you just calm down a little bit, because we're just going to hear some very important, inspirational words from these gentlemen. He's going to hand over the certificates.
This is the first stop on my world tour. I actually have a giant truck full of Cobra beer out there, and I want to prove that it goes with all foods. How you doing, big girl? Good. I'm talking to the truck. I'd never call you big girl. you.
It's smooth like an ale and refreshing like a lager.
Do you want to say a few words, please?
Cobra, brewed smooth for all food.
Good evening, everyone.
The journey.
My colleague and my line manager Samson, he's not here at the moment. He will hopefully join all of you later on today. Just want to say thank you on behalf of Cobra Beer, Samson and everyone. We really appreciate all the support we have received over the passage of more than 20 years from all the Bangladeshi restaurant people. Wherever Cobra is today, it is mainly because of Bangladeshi restaurants, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bhatti. It's a pleasure to have your beverage in all the restaurants. Now, can we have Mr. Sean Good, Sales Director of Kingfisher, along with Mr. Shah Malik Azad, Senior Vice President, and also Mr. Muzahid Ali Chaudhry. Hello, and very nice to meet you. That music was quite peppy. I was actually just rocking along with it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for inviting me and my team along from Kingfisher this evening. I've been with Kingfisher Beer for 3.5 years now, and I think it's only when I come along to events such as this, I continue to be reminded of what an amazing job that the BCA has done over the years. To be sat here and to talk about 40 years of existence, 12,000 members, just shows that the strength in what you do is your togetherness. And something that's been translated through to me in the 3 years that I've been with the organisation is that we will be standing shoulder to shoulder with you folks and everything that you're looking to achieve within the industry. I think we all recognise the challenges that we have ahead of us. However, our success is our willingness to work together, and we are very grateful for everything that you provide for us. So thank you.
Thank you, Sean Good, and we're also very grateful to have you part of this team. Now, can we have M.A. Muning Salik from Chef Online, Mr. Oli Khan, Senior Vice President, and Mr. Abdul Sulman, Senior Vice President, to hand in the certificate, please. No music this time.
Chef Online, Smart Restaurant Solutions. National platform for restaurants' online ordering system. We also offer an interactive bespoke website for businesses. Chef Online, restaurant PR and marketing. Grow your customer base. Increase your brand visibility. Chef Online EPOS. Fully functional, integrated, easy to use. chefonline.com.
Thank you, Chef Online. That was absolutely brilliant. And once again, I would like to thank all the sponsors for being part of this event. Now, may I call upon Dinesh Modi from Gandhi Oriental Limited. And to hand over the certificate, we have got Mr. Kamru Zaman Jewel, SVP, and Mr. Farhad Hussain Tipu, Press and Publication Secretary. Mr. Kamru Zaman Jewel and Mr. Farhad Hussain, please.
Reputable, family-owned wholesaler and retailer, supplying the catering industry with great quality products for over 50 years. Our service is second to none. We cover a 125 and
Can we have you with us?
For wholesale retail, please contact Dinesh Modi, 07956 287 406. We have branches in Barking and Mile End, London. Phone 020 8593 2286. Gandhi Oriental Foods Limited.
And we got you. Okay, I think people are just tired of speaking and waiting for the dinner, but yeah, okay, now, before calling upon someone I introduced before, and he is Mitu Chaudhary, who's coming in on behalf of Super Polo, but you know, initially when I introduced him, I got carried away with my personal introduction, so I would like to reintroduce him again. And okay, so let me tell you a few words about him, Mitu. Mitu Chaudhary was born and brought up in Sylhet. He went to the local school and then studied science at the MC College and finally read politics, history and sociology at MC College. He studied BTech Business and Finance at Midcombe College in Maidstone. He also studied for an honours degree at politics at Christ Church University in Canterbury. That's a whole lot of qualifications right there. The list is endless. We are so honoured to have you once again and be part of this BCA. And along with him, can we have Mr. Syed Hassan, SVP of BCA, and Mr. Abdul Khalik Chaudhary, SVP as well. To hand over the certificate, please. You are a man of qualities.
Try my best.
Nice to see you too.
Would you like to say a few words again? Okay, I think you've said enough, all right? Okay, thank you, Nitu Chaudhary, Saib Hassan and Abdul Khalik once again. Now, from Kansas, can we have Mr. Indira Kansara and then Mr. Mujibur Rahman Junu, Deputy Secretary General, and Mr. Naz Islam, Marketing Secretary, amongst us, please.
At the end of a delicious 3-course Indian meal, your customers should be treated to the highest quality chocolate. What better
Hello,
way to
Mr.
show them
Indira
care
Kansara.
than with the After Curry Mint? No other company in the UK produces a product specifically for the Indian restaurant industry, and it's exclusively available to order from us, the After Curry Mint team. We provide next-day delivery nationwide, so you'll never have to worry about running out of chocolates. With hazelnut and orange flavours also available, treat your customers to a chocolate that will leave a very big smile on their face.
Would you like to say a few words, please?
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Indra Kansara. I'm sure most of you know me as Indra Kansara. And my company, we are very honored to have a relationship, a partnership, affection for the BCA. We've been involved with the BCA for quite a few number of years, and personally I feel the BCA is an organization which is keeping together an association of restaurants across the UK. I think it's very, very important that the BCA represents the Bangladeshi and the Indian restaurant community in the UK, and I think that they've been doing a fantastic job. We've been supporting, and we've had lots of support from the BCA. Thank you very much.
Thank you. From Gaia Food, can we have Mr. Iftikhar Sarwar and Mr. Niaz Sammar on behalf of Lord Ranger?
Gyro Food Limited is a family-run business established in 1969. We are pioneers in the Indian food service sector and trusted catering and wholesale suppliers in the UK. Our food products are imported from all over the world. We are committed to customer service, delivering nationwide and with competitive pricing. We offer a wide range of products from frozen goods, chilled products, fresh produce, rice, flours, oil, herbs and spices, packaging, soft drinks, and cleaning supplies. As well as stocking all major brands, we also offer an extensive range of own label. Welcome House, Glover Street, Birmingham, B94EP. For more info, please visit www.gyrofood.com or call 0121 773 5811.
Thank you. Apologies because I pronounced it as gyro. Well, I know it's gyro, and I know where to do my shopping next. Okay, so now can we have Miss Jane David Royston, Square Mile Insurance, and Wahid Rahman, please. And also Mr. Faisal Haq, Senior Vice President.
Square Mile Insurance have been supporting the BCA now for many years, and we will continue to support this fantastic gala event. We congratulate all of the winners this evening. Well done to all of you from Square Mile Insurance.
Of course, no rule. I'd not forget. I mean, you know, I just got carried away. So many important people ready. So, would you want to say something?
Just a few words. Assalamu alaikum, or Balarasani. It's always a pleasure to be here with the BCA. We've been supporting you for as long as I can remember. Good 10 years now, back to Bajlaw's days and Pasha Bay. Yaqub, everyone, thank you very much. Now Mr. Munim got a chance to give us some stick. But what Bajlaw said earlier on, it is a two-way street. So please don't forget to use the sponsors. We all need the continued efforts and everything else from you members, BCA members, all the time. So Pillar Box over there showed you some of the things that you do. Lots of you guys, I know you're into the properties, you're into developments. They've got the finances. All of that does need the insurance. So don't forget. Thank you very much. Square mile.
Thank you, David and Jane. We'll definitely not forget. Now, on behalf of Lolo Eat, can we have Nika Berjiwal? I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right. And she's the director. And also Mr. Mahmoud Ahmed, SVP. And Mr. Oscar, please. Hello, Nita. Very lovely to have you here. Would you want to say a few words? While it runs, maybe you're going to have a background music while you say.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I am. And I'm real. I can taste and touch and see and feel I'm alive. I'm alive. And I'm doing my thing and singing my song. I'm alive, y'all. Yeah.
Well, that was an awesome promo. Okay, would you want to say a few words, please?
Thank you. Guys, I just want to thank the BCA today. I'm the CEO of IDL. We are rebranding Lolo. We are launching in the next couple of weeks, so please support us like we want to support you going forward. But thank you always for being here for us.
Thank you so much, Nita. Thank you.
Zahidul Haq from Radhani.
Okay, now can we have Mr. Zahidul Haq from Radhani and Oscar from Just Eat? And our very own Siddiqur Rahman Jainal.
না না বাবা ছক্কা হয়নি
তাড়াতাড়ি খেতে আয় না আমার খাবো না ওই অনেকের পাশে একটা পার্টি ছিল
পার্টি
হাতটা ধুয়ে আয় আমার খাওয়াটা কিন্তু খুবই জোশ হয়েছে আমি না তোর বাবা রান্না করেছে বাবা
এই স্বাদ এই সুখ যেন কখনোই হেরফের না হয় তাই আমরা বেছে নিই সবচেয়ে সেরা উপাদান সযত্নে ঠিক রাখি খাঁটি মান রাঁধুনি গুঁড়া মশলা স্বাদে মানে অনন্য
Thank you. I must say, Radhani is an incredible spice. Just adds so much flavor to every cuisine that you make. I'm a personal fan myself. Okay, now, can we have Mr. Shahiduddin from Paytab and Mr. Altafur Rahman Shaheen, Mr. Shamsul Alam Khan, Mr. Sadiq Ahmed, please.
Welcome to your local merchant service provider, offering you the latest PDQ terminals at the best price. Our commitment is simple. Remove all hidden fees, unnecessary
unnecessary charges, fix the lowest card processing rates and save you up to 40%. An award-winning payment processing platform offering you the best price and the best support 24/7. Contact your dedicated...
Can we have Mr. Sadiq Ahmed Shabuj, please?
Free of charge.
Calling once again Sadiq Ahmed Shabuj. Thanks all. Now, next sponsor is Brand Pax Club. Can we have Mr. Shafiq, Mr. Ghulam Rabbani Ahmed, Mr. Anisul Haq Chowdhury, and Mr. Zia Ali with us, please?
Are you paying too much on your packaging? We are Brand Pax Club. As a restaurant owner, you'll be facing the issue of rising costs, including marketing, ingredients, business rates, and packaging. With our solution, brands will pay to advertise on the container lids so that you obtain the lids entirely free of charge. Would you like to receive lids for free? Sign up today for free and become part of the Brand Pax Club.
So it's for Mr. Shafiq. Mr. Shafiq, would you like to say a few words? There's no escape, I'm sorry.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. We've just joined the family earlier this year and or late last year really. It's been a great start to the journey and the partnership, and we're looking forward to more opportunities with you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shafiq. Now, on behalf of Shopla City Limited, once again, can we have Neetu Chaudhary? Wow. And Mr. Abdul Hafiz. Yeah, I keep coming. Mr. Abdul Hafiz, Mr. Shalumia, and Awardin. Please.
আপনার মনোযোগ কোথায়? আপনি ওনাকে কি বলছিলেন?
সরি স্যার।
হোয়াট সরি? আপনি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ মিটিং বাদ দিয়ে কি আলোচনা করছিলেন? আমিও শুনি।
স্যার, আনিস সাহেব বলছিলেন উনি 1 লক্ষ টাকা বিনিয়োগ করে 4 স্টার হোটেলের মালিক হয়েছেন।
মাত্র 1 লক্ষ টাকা বিনিয়োগ করে 4 স্টার হোটেলের মালিক? কি করে?
মাত্র 1 লক্ষ টাকা বিনিয়োগ করে হোটেল হলিডে ইন্টারকন্টিনেন্টালের আজীবন সাব কাবলায় মালিকানা ও প্রতি বছর 50 থেকে 60,000 টাকা আয়ের সুযোগ রয়েছে।
অভিনন্দন। আজকের মতো মিটিং এখানেই শেষ। ছেলেটার মাথায় বুদ্ধি আছে, অনেক বড় হতে পারবে।
হোটেল হলিডে ইন্টারকন্টিনেন্টাল, এ কনসার্ন অফ Shopla City।
Thank you so much, everyone. And once again, I must say, Neetu Chaudhary, an all-rounder indeed. Now, Aroma Ice Cream, on behalf of that, can we have... Is it Neetu Chaudhary again? Yes. Qazi Khalid, Director, Mr. Mohammed Nasiruddin, Mr. Shoaib Haq Chaudhary Litton.
জিনা, অ্যারোমা লাগাও জলদি করে, ব্যবসা বাড়বো তাড়াতাড়ি। অ্যারোমা, আপনার রেস্টুরেন্টের যে কোনো আইসক্রিমের এক অনন্য নাম।
since 1989.
তাই 26 বছর ধরে আপনাদের সেবায় নিয়োজিত।
Aroma Ice Cream, Unit 34 Trafalgar Business Center, 7787 River Road, Barking IG11 OJU. Free phone 0800 018 9900.
Thank you, Mr. Qazi Khalid. On behalf of him, before you say a few words, I'd like to say aroma ice cream is truly a great invention, and I'm not being biased because my name rhymes with aroma. My name is Paroma. Yeah, but I really love the taste, and you know, that's the dessert that I definitely order when I have my dinners. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Qazi Khalid. Inshallah, this has been established since 1989. It's been over 30 years. And I would like to say to everyone, thank you very much for supporting the Aroma Ice Cream Company, the only first Bangladeshi company been established as a distributor of ice cream company. Obviously, it's been over 30 years, and they have loads of agencies over Birmingham, Manchester, Luton, Northampton, Cardiff. We got 5 branches. So thank you for all the supporting to the Aroma Ice Cream, and we're going on for the last it's a second or third generation. So I'd like to again to thank you very much for all the support, and you're most welcome to, if you want to contact with us, by all means. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Qazi. I really love the little bowls that you give away with the ice creams. I always save it. Okay. Now we've got from MR Printer, on behalf of MR Printer, we've got Mr. Mohib. And to present the certificate, we have Mr. Doris Ahmed and Mr. Nazrul Islam Khoyasti. Now, to present the vote of thanks, can we have the organizing secretary, Mr. Saiful Alam? Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause.
Thank you, Ishad. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, all our sponsors, medias. Thank you all for coming. Special thank you, the Pillar Box, Tony, Andy, Steph. Thank you very much for supporting us, and thank you very much for sponsoring tonight's event. BCA highly appreciate all your attendance, and especially all our sponsors. Cobra, Kingfisher, Square Mile, Super Polo, Hansara Indra, Paytab, Shahbai, Chef Online, Gandhi Oriental, Lolo, Aroma Ice Cream, Shapla City. Yeah. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much. We really appreciate your attendance, and thank you all. The dinner will be served very shortly. I know all you are hungry. We are hungry as well. So special thank you to our Pride of Asia, Selim Bhai. He is going to present wonderful food. Looking forward. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you all.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you here with us. And you're absolutely right. I bet everybody's waiting for the food. I mean, no matter how bad it sounds, but that's what people are really here for, right? Because it's an appreciation dinner after all. Okay, so lastly, I would like to acknowledge some eminent people sitting amongst us and who's been part of this great BCA. Mr. Sultan Sharif, and he was a freedom fighter. Round of applause, please. Mr. Mahmoud Hassan MBE, Mr. Naz Pasha, Mr. Aziz Chaudhary, Mr. Jabil Mia. Apologies if I'm missing people out, but yeah, I mean, it's like on the go. Okay, now we've got Mr. Furqan Shabuddin, Mr. Nazrul Islam Pasha. Thank you all of you for being part of this Bangladesh Caterers Association. Thank you so much. Have you got the dinners ready, or we've got more excitement coming? I think we've got some entertainment planned for us as well today. We've got music. Within a few minutes, we're going to start the entertainment segment. I can see some singers who are like eagerly waiting to deliver the mesmerizing voices. Thank you all once again for having the patience, listening to all the speeches and honoring us with your presence. And as we promised, food will be served. I think it's already being served. Beverages are being served on the table. I'm quite thirsty myself. And the list of thanks goes on for all of you wonderful people.